Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode in Spakovo. It's morning. We had a bit of hail yesterday. It was unexpected and it was not foretold, but we still had it, so yeah, there's that. And where did I put my quad? Over there. So first thing we need to do today is have a quick little look at our animals. If they're feeding alright. I know for a fact that we have to give some water to... Wow. Anyway, I know for a fact that we need to give some water to our... Excuse me. To our sheep and goats. We have to sell some of the goats. And we also have to go over there to the meadow and turn the grass over so it can dry. So that's a few things on our to-do list for today, and we're already cracking. Yeah, look at those beautiful cherry trees. But for some reason, I'm still not clear why that happens. This one is nicely in flower, and this one isn't. I'm not sure why. This one is okay, this one is okay, and this one, I don't know. It must be something because it's there, but hey. Okay, and we are expecting a fall right about now. So let's water our sheep and goats. Okay, feed is looking plentiful. What about the horses? Is Miss Jasmine ready to give birth? There she is. She's expecting a baby, okay. So she's still not ready to give us a foal, but it should be ready anytime now. While we're here with the water, let's see. Okay, we could give some this production, and whatever's left we're gonna drop at the pigs and pigsty. Oh, look at that, we have piglets! Alright! Okay, well, this is definitely a reason to celebrate. Look at that! Look how many bacon seeds we have! Ah, cute, look at him trying to walk. Yeah, I'm screaming in this one's ear. Man, you beautiful, beautiful mama. Are you the mama? Or you're the dada. You're the mama. Here, let me give you some ear scratches. You're a good girl. You're a good, good girl. Awesome. Look at that, some of them are more spotted than the others are. Yeah, this one is different. Oh no, there's another one like that here. Awesome, beautiful. Now we have piglets. Or how do you say, bacon seeds? Oh man. Well, okay, yeah, we gotta get on with our day. I can't stand here, even though I really, really want to And I'll probably take some time out of my day to pet some piglets and to get them used to human contact, you know. That's also a thing. Why is this lamp on? It should be off. Yeah, because I want to get them used to human contact, because they are gonna be handled with I mean, the tourists are gonna handle them. So yeah, it wouldn't be good if they are not used to humans. Amazing. Right, well, this was highly entertaining. Now, in my excitement, did I forget what I wanted to do next? Yes, I have. I most definitely have. But my next step is still gonna be to turning the grass over with tether. And for that we're gonna use a tractor that I believe is in here. Let's park this nicely out of the way. I have to say I'm tremendously happy with our quad bike. I'm just pondering one thing, is we should get a smaller tractor. Something that has enough horsepower to run certain pieces of equipment, but it's still not too big and it's highly maneuverable. Oh man, I'm dreaming about another tractor already. Alright, so let's see what we have lying on the ground over here. What kind of moisture. Well, it doesn't really say the moisture content of the grass. Everything that we get is the information that it needs steading, and yes, I know about that, so yeah. Let's not make this too awkward, so let's just go around and add everything we have, and then we'll see. So let's see if that made any difference. Yeah, look at that. We have over 20% moisture all the way around. And it's going down very slowly. It's 0.55 at the moment. Let's see how long it takes to 0.54. Yeah, that's way too long. Granted, it is only 10 degrees Celsius and it's cloudy, but still. I'm not sure if we're gonna actually be able to make some hay out of this cut. Yeah, I might have been overzealous with grass cutting already in May. Probably should have waited until June, July, somewhere over there. In the summer heat, when the grass actually dries fairly quickly. Alrighty. Next step is getting those 2 sheep sold. Excuse me, those 2 goats. So we don't have any problems with the genetics. And at the same time we can make some more space. Feels like our animals are very prolific, which is it's a long way to say that they mate a lot and then they have a lot of babies. Yeah, look at them jumping. It is a pretty lively sight over here, isn't it? We have some sheep struggling to stand. We have other sheep jumping around and doing hoops and tricks. And we have the old sheep, mostly hungry. I completely understand that. When I got older, I stopped jumping around so much and I actually started being hungry. Okay, let's get him on the trailer. Alright, so we got Becky and we got Ron. They have to go. These are both 13 months and these are 37. Yeah, these are mom and dad, and these one have to go. So let's get them on the trailer. Yes. Alright, hang tight. Hang tight, beautiful creatures. We're gonna get you a new home. I also wanted to say that if anybody is interested in actually having some animals at home, you are more than welcome to message me, and I'll make sure that when they're old enough they can get transferred to your place. It's always an option. So yeah, if you see any animal, preferably with the name, let me know and I'm gonna try to make it, try to send it your way. Alrighty, got paid €701 for both goats. Now I was thinking of getting another female pig, but I opted against it because I've read today that pigs have a 4-month gestation period, which means that from the time that the female pig got some attention from the male pig, it takes around 4 months for piglets to arrive, to be born. And if we had 2 females and they would be breeding as fast as that, we are definitely not gonna have enough space in our pig sty to actually accommodate them, which means I gotta be nice, happy and content with what we have. Yeah, I'm doing tractor gymnastics, trying to close the door while driving. In any case, yeah, let's be content with what we have, because we have a pretty good deal running. And yeah, little piglets. And as I said before, I am not naming them. 12 at a time is... yeah. I don't think I even know that many names. Oh, excuse me. I seem to be tired. What was the next thing that I wanted to do today? See, I keep forgetting. The fields are sorted out. I don't have to do anything unless we got some weeds growing somewhere, which I do hope we don't. Another thing is we could cultivate or subsoil the vineyard. It's all been nicely mulched. Granted, it does take twice as long as it had before because we have a smaller mulcher, but a plus is that we can actually mulch mostly everything that's growing. So we were leaving a few rows of weeds here and there with the big mulcher, but now we can actually do it in one piece. But yeah, sorghum field seems to be fine. I don't see any weeds poking out. Potato field should also be good. Alright, and I am expecting that the fuel tanker arrives for the farm. Let's just go check how our... can't remember if I put wheat or barley in, probably wheat. Let's check our wheat field. And this looks very healthy. Yeah, this is wheat. Very healthy. So it is gonna need one more layer of spray fertilizer. The same goes for the potato field over here. It's also gonna need another layer of fertilizer, but the remaining 2 fields are all fertilized. Yeah. All right. Well, in that case, I am gonna do the weeding, not weeding, excuse me, the fertilizing, because I don't want to risk being too late or the crop being too grown for fertilizer to take effect. And if we have any time left, I will call Mr. Ben in the meantime to the shop, at the shop, and I'm gonna try and get another kind of cultivator that preferably fits our small tractor, the Same. That would be the ideal turnout. Okay, how are we looking fertilizer wise? Alright, we have 1,300 and a bit liters of fertilizer still left, which is perfect. And that should be enough to fill or to do both of these two fields, and still we're gonna have some left for the vineyard next time around. Alright, let's try and connect. Another tractor gymnastics, this time with the tractor itself. I wanted to try something, because I know we have a button over here. Yeah, look at that. We can lift our implement from the outside. Very nice. Alright, let's try and fill her up. I think I can go out this way if we are not too big. We're not. Great success. Oh yeah, there's another thing I wanted to talk about, and that is I have recently been looking at CVT transmissions, and there was, well, this is not a CVT, this is a regular clutch and gears transmission, but supposedly you can switch the, how should I say, the main gears without even pressing the clutch in. Let's unfold all this. And that supposedly makes it a lot easier and a lot quicker, because you don't lose your traction while you're doing it. Let me just see, are we destroying potatoes while we're driving over them? No. They're still nice, young and pliable. Let's close doors, turn the ventilation off so it doesn't suck fertilizer in, and away we go. Perfect. We're done with the spraying. Let us go and hold up the sprayer. And judging by how it looks, we got around half of tank left. Okay, all nicely secure. Let's get back home. Not too far to go, luckily. Yeah, okay, so in any case, so I continue with the gear thing I was trying to explain a bit earlier. So you take a look right here when we have the gears. You have a regular kind of gear, and then you have an overhead gear, like a range, for example. And supposedly you can switch range without lifting the clutch or depressing the clutch. Yeah, I guess I can. And this type of transmission is called turbo shift, if I'm not mistaken, because it works with some kind of a pneumatic actuator inside the gearbox. So yeah, very interesting engineering stuff. So if I'm trying to find the correct gear and I'm in the middle of doing something, pulling something, I don't lose any momentum with that. Okay, and drop the fertilizer out. Now let's try and park the sprayer back where we found it. The gymnastics. Not too bad. Once you get the hang of it. Alrighty. The question is, can I put another IBC on top of this one? I don't think so, actually. What do we do? I'm gonna put this IBC in front of the horse trailer, because I'm not really planning of using it anytime soon. Because the fall, when it comes out, we are gonna have to wait just a bit for it to grow and to become independent. No, you can't just take an animal that was just born and give it away. At least I find that cruel. Let it at least start its life, right? Before it goes on an independent life trajectory. When I bought this rack, I thought I was doing a tremendous job. But now I see we didn't really get a lot storage space with it. Oh well. Guess it is what it is. Little piglets. Is uncoupled. Yes, it is. So yeah, this one also has a turbo shift knob or a lever. Interesting, yeah. What I found the most interesting is that I'm only now finding out about this stuff. Because I have usually set the range to the highest one, and then I was just using the regular gears to shift. But I guess I could have taken a better route. Alright, since we're going on the road, let's close everything. Don't want to be eating horse flies and stuff like that. That's definitely not on the menu today, boys. And I need more fuel. Alright, well, I'll sort it out when I get to the shop. My fuel warning light is already blinking. And again, I used the wrong the wrong set of gears. Ah, shoot. Turns out I gotta use the combination of the gears. Okay. So I guess it depends from the tractor to tractor how it behaves. Alright, let's try and get an appraisal for this piece of kit. And let's try to get a new piece of kit. Alright, perfect, thank you. So, 2,941 for selling the old piece of kit. And I have been informed that they have a free slot and they have the hydraulics that we could put on front of this. You remember, I did talk about it, well, it was some time now, but yeah, they can actually customize it for me. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna leave the tractor here. You okay, sir? And I'm gonna go visit my great uncle, and in the meantime, they said they can sort it out, because it's a pretty easy attachment. They just bolt it onto the pre-selected or the pre-made brackets, connect the hoses, and that's it. Alright, I'm already back at the store and the tractor has already been customized. Look at that. So we have front hydraulics now, the system with all the connections and everything we might need, which is perfect. I might even start putting the grape or the vine pruner on the front, just to see how it behaves. In any case, there's another thing I found in the store. Let me show you real quick here in the catalog. So this is a used vehicle market, and look at that, we have a front weight. So yeah, I'm gonna, of course, buy it. And it's 160 kilograms heavy, and it also acts as a storage. So yeah, let's get that, 1,398. And we also need some kind of let's go to grape tools. We need some kind of disc bind or subsoiler. I think this one looks pretty good. It is a bit on the expensive side. But yeah, let's see what else is in stock. Cultivators. No, this is not the correct category. It should be in the subsoilers. For this one, we had this before. And this is another one in question. And we have this one at home, I think, for cultivating the big fields. And yeah, everything else is pretty much too big. So what would be a good option is this one. Shalek. It's 1.2 meter wide. We actually put this back. This one is 2.2 meter wide, but it needs 80 horsepower, which we don't have. And this one, Disco Vine, this looks nice. This looks like it roughs up the soil as it should. But it's 7,500. So I propose that we... Oh yeah, and it's 30 centimeters wider, this one. So yeah, I propose that we take this one just to start off, and then we'll see if it's not okay. We're gonna come back and exchange it for the other one, because these are all new machines and should be in stock practically all the time. And if not, Mr. Ben can definitely get them for us. So yeah, let's buy this. And let's get them on. No splurge. Okay, this weight didn't look as big in the catalog. Alright, so we have a few things in here. We could put a chainsaw in if we wanted to. Perfect. You know what? I'm not happy with it. Mr. Ben! Shoot. Please don't be mad. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Okay, so we actually sold back or returned the Kirpan weight because I deemed it too big for this vehicle. And this is the smallest regular weight we could get. It's 450 kilograms, so it's quite a bit heavier, but I think it fits the tractor a lot nicer. No, I'm not happy with this one. Okay, no. Stop. Sometimes I gotta stop myself. Actually, no, I wanna get this baby refueled, because I'm not sure when we're gonna get that fuel tank mounted and filled at the farm. Yeah, let's make sure we have enough to actually do the work in the vineyard. Good. Tank is refueled. We paid 110 euros for the fuel, which seems quite a lot for such a small tractor. I know that the Zeta didn't have, well, at least the one that we borrowed from Mr. Antoni. That tractor didn't have this big of a fuel tank. Yeah, interesting how the proportions can throw you off, because this is a smaller tractor and you think it's gonna have a smaller fuel tank, but lo and behold. Alrighty. I think I'm gonna make myself lunch. Oh, look at that. Would you look at that? I guess the construction team arrived to build our fuel tanker. Awesome. Awesome. Where are they? Probably searching for me. Alright, well, I've cleared a bit of space for them to mount the fuel pump in. And we're gonna go into the vineyard and let them work in peace. I remember there was a post that was going around the net, the internets, and it was a price list for what's going on if I mean how much you're gonna pay if you leave me work alone, and how much you're gonna pay if you're actually watching over my shoulder, and the price for watching over their shoulder was like double. I can understand that, because then you have to deal with the customer and you can't really deal with your stuff that you came to deal with in the first place. Before we go in there, let's just check the moisture. Alright, it's going down. Okay, I guess this will turn into hay eventually. So let's check the weather report really quickly. Okay, next month, June, should be dry. Yeah, and we are not to have any precipitation during the night. Awesome. There's still a quite high moisture on this part. 21.5. $17, $16, $15. Yeah, you know what? Just might get our hay. Well, we technically need it because our animals depend on us feeding them throughout the winter. And for the summer we can give them some grass to munch on, but for the winter we gotta have hay. The grass would simply rot away. Okay, I'm really wondering, and I wonder how good this subsoiler is gonna work. Okay, don't want to go too fast, so let's give it down to 4, 5. Okay, 5 seems manageable. And yeah, I guess it's leaving a nicely turned over soil behind it. Well, perfect. So I've done a bit of an experiment. I have subsoiled fairly close to the vines over here, and I'm just checking the yield. So expected yield 320%, 170, 170, 167, 97. Okay, this is due to moisture. Alright, let's go see what happens, or what the yield is here where we haven't gone before. 134, 170, okay, so it looks like it doesn't make a difference, right? Okay, we went here in the center. I don't know. Okay, let's go. We haven't even touched any side on this row. It doesn't really look like it's making a difference. Okay, so I won't bother too much with subsoiling. I'm just gonna go through all the centers of the rows and we'll call it a day. I was thinking that we go like we went with the mulcher, twice in each row. But I guess not. Which is totally fine, of course. But it's good to know, you know, so you don't waste your time doing stuff that doesn't have any effect. Or, let's see, this pole. Right here we have 106% and 121. So this was that one. That one. This one. 121 and 106. No, the yield is exactly the same as it was before. So the question is, do I even bother with subsoiling just because I read it on the internet? I actually don't know. So if any one of you wants to share their opinion, you are very welcome to do that. Right. I don't know. I have been checking the map and it seems like it is making a difference, but a tiny one. Let me show you. So yeah, it shows that we need plowing, and we should not need plowing since we went over with the subsoiler. You know, as you can see, it's not been fertilized and it needs plowing. So whatever. I'm kind of at a loss for what to do with this vineyard. So I'm probably just gonna be taking care of the weeds, fertilizing it, and pruning the branches when time is right. Otherwise, I'm gonna leave it as is. Okay, didn't want to drop. Yeah, let's make sure that everything is nice and unconnected so it doesn't put pressure on the tires. Okay, let's go see if there's any progress with the fuel tank. And would you look at that, we have our very own fuel tanker here. Beautiful. So it's currently completely empty, but we can order some fuel deliveries, so we're gonna take care of that. I did pay... Excuse me, I had to sneeze. Ooh, wow. In any case, I did have to pay 1,000 euros for the tank delivery and mounting and the tank itself. But we should be all ready now, which is perfect. Perfect. Okay, so I've invited the guys in for a cup of coffee, and I'm gonna make sure that they leave happy. Because happy workers are usually good workers, and they go an extra length to make sure that everything is a-okay. Alrighty, so the guys have left. They did help me find someone that can deliver the fuel. and it's gonna cost us just under 2,000 to get this filled up, and it's gonna hold 1,000 liters. And then we're gonna be able, I'm very happy with this, mind you, we're gonna be able to refuel our machines right here at the farm. So that was the hope, the dream, the desire, and thankfully we got to make it true. In any case, this is gonna be it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. Hope you had fun. And I'm gonna spend some time with the piglets now. I think I do deserve some cuteness overload. But yeah, look at that. Ah, look at it. Look at it go. And you. Come on, do the walk. Amazing. In any case, thank you all for watching. Hope you had fun and see you next time. Take good care of yourselves and goodbye.